The first thing we're going to do today is we are going to color the leaves first. And when you color the leaves, you do it in a diagonal direction. So I'm going to be coming like this down one side and then the opposite direction in the other side. And you don't want to press really, really hard because you do want some of that black to kind of seep through. It gives that really cool look to it. Okay, so I'll do that one more time. Down here, I'm coloring diagonal in one direction halfway through the leaf. I am not pressing extremely hard. And then I'm coming back in the opposite direction so that makes it look like it's coming to a point, like this. And remember, do not press hard. You're not wanting to fill it in to where it's not see-through. You want it to be kind of see-through. All right, so finish coloring your leaves and then come right back. Okay, so we finished our leaves. Now the next step is going to be adding the shadow or the value to the leaves. Now I'm going to pretend that my light source is coming from the top right corner of my page, shining down this way. So when I do that, I take my finger and I drag it from that direction and touch the leaf. Wherever I touch the leaf, on the opposite side, I go down and I color a little bit like that. You can see the shading effect. Come here and I touch it right here, so my shading is going to be on this side. And I'm not pressing hard. I'm just lightly going down and then coming back up. I'll do one more. Okay, so now you can see the shading effect. I'm going to pause here. You go ahead and do your leaves and I'll finish up mine. Okay, the next step is I'm going to work on my pottery piece. And so for the top, I am going to come in and I'm going to color side to side. Until I get it filled in. And then I'm going to come here and fill this in. Notice I'm not coloring very, very hard at all. And I'm going side to side on the pottery piece. Work my way down. And I'm going to stop at the design because that's going to be a different color. So right now we're just coloring the pottery piece. Okay, and I'm going to come down here and make sure not to color over the leaves. I'm coloring in the same direction all the way down because if you don't, then it looks just a little bit off, looks different. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my colored crayon and I'm going to go in, and now for this one I'm going to go in a downwards direction. You could also go side to side on this one. I'm going to finish that and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I finished coloring in my pottery and we have to add the shading or the value coloring as well. I've left my crayons that I'm going to need. I'm going to start with a white, and remember my light was over here on this side shining this way, so all of my shadow is going to be along this side. So I'm going to come into the inside and I'm going to color in the shape of a C. Color in the shape of a C. I'm pressing a little firm but not too hard so that you can just barely see it. I'm going to come here and add. And then I'm going to come down the side here where there's white. And notice I'm scrubbing back and forth. I'm not going up and down. I'm going side to side here. That's very important. And then I'm going to go up and then come back down. Excuse me. And then I'm going to go down to my white down here and do the same. And that's it for the white. Then I'm going to come to my coral pink color, and I'm going to do the same thing, come down. Okay, and then that's it for this side. And now I have this, my green. I'm going to come down and put the value there. So now I can see a nice shadow on this side. Now the next step will be to color the table. And to color the table, you're going to go side to side all the way down. So side to side, side to side. Not up and down, not diagonal, side to side. And that can get kind of tricky in between things. And remember, we don't want to push down too hard. We just want to push down enough just to see the color, because we want that black coming through. That helps with the visual effect. And as you can see, I haven't turned my crayon. I'm still going side to side. And I'm going to do that all the way down until I have the whole thing filled in. And even over here, side to side, in these little bitty areas, side to side. All right, we're going to finish that up and then I'll be back. Okay, so now we have to add the shading onto the table, or the value. Now remember, the shading is on the right side of everything here. So my light's coming down, it's hitting the pottery here, and there should be a casting shadow effect on this side here. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to go side to side, adding a little bit more pressure. Come down here and add some pressure here. Okay, we're going to see some of this leaf here and a little bit of the leaf here. And some of the leaf here. Maybe a little bit of this. And that's about it. That should be it. So once you're finished, you need to go ahead and take a picture of this in the assignment and turn it in.